So in this podcast, I'm going to be talking about the first time I went to Alaska and how I got the opportunity to go to Alaska. Started with my Native youth group. Every year, there's a conference held in Alaska where they pay tribes to take their kids out to Alaska and experience what they have to experience in that place. So I signed up for it, and I wrote an essay, did everything I needed to do to submit my application to sign up, and I got accepted to it. I was pretty happy about that. So after I was accepted and all signed up, the tribal youth group and I started having a lot of meetings beforehand so we could discuss the trip. We talked about where we were going to stay, what it meant to our tribe to get to Alaska, how we were going to spend our money, and just all around things about this trip. So after we had all the meetings and we had everything set up and ready to go, we waited until the day we had to go, and we got on the plane. The plane ride was really awesome. There was a lot of good sights to see, a lot of water and things like that. It was really cool, and I really didn't know what to expect when I got into Alaska. So when we finally arrived into Alaska at their airport, the airport itself was really awesome. As soon as we got out, there was glass cases full of taxidermy, things like salmon, deer, elk, just a lot of Alaskan nature and wildlife type stuff, and it was really, really cool to see. And that's mostly what the first day consisted of, was getting off the plane, getting checked out of the airport, and finally getting a rental car, where we drove the rental car to our hotel and checked in. And by the time we checked in, it was basically too late in the evening to go do anything really exciting. So we basically just got food, went back to the hotel, and went to bed. The next day after that, we all woke up, and now it was time for one of the conferences. The conference was held in a building in Anchorage. It was a really cool building. I liked it a lot. It was really big and nice. And the first thing I noticed about Anchorage was, I knew it would be cold because I'm from Idaho, and Idaho gets pretty cold in the winter. But wow, that Alaska, Anchorage, is the coldest place I've been to so far. Even during the day, I had to keep bundled up really tight and just to stay warm. But yeah, so the first day at the conference was really cool. I had the chance to meet a lot of different people, a lot of highly respected talkers and speech givers, and it was really, really cool. So after all the conferences were finished, we started doing different activities. Things like crafting beads and necklaces, making bowls and just little stuff like that. And that was really cool to experience. And then after all the activities, it was our free time as a tribe to go do something that we chose and what we wanted to do. So the tribe and I went to a wildlife refuge just a couple minutes outside of Anchorage, and it was amazing to see. There were elk, bear, various types of birds, and it was right by a frozen river, so it was cool to see that as well. Alaska was definitely eye-opening for me, and I really, really enjoyed it. I was kind of sad when we had to head back home, but relieved at the same time because I wouldn't be so cold. Overall, it was a great trip, and if I had the chance to do it again, I would definitely take it.